What's up guys, it's Fujitotin back with another video. Today I'll share with you the absolute beginner's guide to Blender. This is for those people who have just opened the software and just want to learn. So I'm just going to share a couple tips and a couple movements and things you can do inside of Blender. So let's hop right into it. First, we're going to want to take out these two. This is a camera and light. We won't need those right now for this demonstration. Hit X and delete on your keyboard. Now you should be left with just a cube. You can see just a cube here. When you select the cube, when you select the mesh or an object, it should come up as this orangey yellow saying that you selected it. To start off, we're just gonna explain how to move around throughout Blender. So you're going to use your scroll wheel and just scroll up and down to zoom in and zoom out. When you press down on your scroll wheel and you move your mouse around, you will like pivot around your object. If you do the same thing but hold shift down as you're doing it, you kind of pan around. So for example, if you're really close to your object and you can't really see anything, you might want to zoom out, use your scroll wheel to get a better look at it, and then maybe put it a bit more like this so you can see this side better, stuff like that. Next, I'll show you how to add another object, because I don't think you would want to use a cube for all your items. So what you're going to do is you're going to hit Shift A, which is bring up this items menu, and you will usually use these types of objects in the mesh panel. So we've got plane, cube, circle, sphere, stuff like this. So you would probably use something that's close to what you're trying to create. So if I'm trying to create a soccer ball, I'd probably take a UV sphere. If I would want to have let's say a donut, I'll take a torus. So it's like how to add your objects. Once you got them added though, you're probably going to want to move them around a bit and reshape them. So what you're going to do is select your object, and there's a variety of ways to do this, but you're gonna hit G on your keyboard. Now you have control over your mesh, and you can move it around however you want. But now let's say you don't want to have it move up, you just want to have it move to the left. What you're gonna want to do is hit G and then hit X on your keyboard. This will enable the X-axis to be enabled. This allows for the objects just to move on the X-axis. So you can see if we do like this, and I hit G and X, it stays on that line. Let's say I want to move it on the Y, hit G and then Y, and it stays on that line. Let's say I want to move it on the Y-axis, but also on the Z-axis. Do the same thing. G, Y, X. Alright, let's say you're moving your object, but then you realize you don't want it to be there anymore. You're going to hit right mouse click, and it should cancel the movement. If you want to move it and you want to keep it there, hit left mouse click and it'll stay there. Now that you have the basics of moving around, we'll actually go into the two main modes in Blender. One is object mode, which we are currently in, which just moves it around like this. You can scale with S. Makes it bigger or smaller. And the other one, edit mode. Edit mode can be achieved by either hitting on this taskbar, or the hotkey or shortcut is tab. So this just helps to go fast, so when you hit tab it goes to edit mode. Now you'll see here that there's many vertices or vertexes and edges. So what you're gonna do is you can select this vertex and you can hit G to move it, and it'll move it like this. Remember, cancel your movement with right mouse click. But let's say you want to hit this edge and you can't select it. You're gonna go up here and hit edge select. You're gonna go like this, and now you can select the edge, and you can also move it however you want. Also the same with face, and there you can move your face. Let's say you want to have the edge and the vertex selected. So you have the edge, but if you hit the vertex it won't work. What you're gonna do is you're gonna hit shift and click the other vertex or edge after it, and now when I go like this, it selects the vertices and the edges. So if I go like this, I can move it like this, and if you hold shift and hit another vertex or edge, you can move it around. Let's say you have this selected and you want to move it, but not so much on the other side of the mesh. You kind of just want it like close to where these vertices are. What you're gonna do is you're gonna hit O on your keyboard, or go up here and hit this circle. What's gonna happen is that once you hit G or S for scale, it's gonna show up this circle. This circle determines how much you want to move your thing. So if you for some reason do not see this circle, it means that either you haven't hit G or it's really zoomed out. So what you're gonna do is zoom in and it should appear. This allows you to move it around better and just makes it easier to move. More things in edit mode. We see face select. The most common ones is E or extrude. Makes the object bigger, and you can move it across different axes using the letters according to the axis. If you're having trouble finding out where the axes are and you can't really tell from these lines, there's always this sidebar right here. You hit these guys to move around, and if you want to see, I want to move this face on the x-axis, you can see the x-axis is on the right and left, and you hit G or E, however you want, and you hit X for the x-axis, or let's say you want to move it on the Y, so Y is up and down in this case, and you hit Y, and now it goes up and down. If you look at it from here, we can see that now X is up and down, so you can hit E and up and down again. So that's very helpful. And this one is, you might not use it that much, but it is pretty important for stuff such as Windows. Is once you have a face selected, you're gonna hit I for inset, and it's basically gonna take your mesh and like make another face out of it. So let's say I want it there, and with my E to extrude, I can bring it all the way down. Let's say you want to make a cabinet or something. And now let's say you don't really want this thing right here. You want to scale it down, make it smaller. You can hit Shift to select lots of faces and hit Scale. So now I can make it smaller or bigger just on that bottom. So now it kind of looks like a vase. Well, not like a planter box or a trash can or something like that. So that's pretty much it in Blender. There's a lot of other things, but you won't really use most of them. And these are like the absolute basics to making objects in Blender. So hopefully this helps. And just to end this video off, we're gonna add a secret item, which is a monkey. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and this is directed to absolute basics, and hopefully this allows you guys to navigate Blender and create awesome creations. So please subscribe, it really helps my channel, and I hope you guys stick around for another video.